The courtroom was packed, the air thick with tension, whispers bouncing off the cold marble walls. Cameras flashed incessantly, capturing every stern glance and hushed conversation. But all eyes were on one man, Senator John Kennedy. His reputation for sharp wit and fearless candor preceded him, and today, he was about to face a storm unlike any he had encountered before. The lobbyists, wealthy, powerful, and untouchable, had filed a lawsuit against him, alleging defamation and interference with business interests. It was the kind of legal battle that could ruin a political career, drown a reputation in scandal, and drain a lifetime of resources in weeks. Yet, as Kennedy stood in the middle of the courtroom, there was no hint of fear in his eyes, only calm resolve. He knew something the lobbyists didn't: the truth. And truth, when wielded wisely, had a way of cutting deeper than any lawsuit ever could. The story began months earlier. Kennedy had been investigating lobbying practices in Washington, uncovering a tangled web of influence that seemed to wrap itself around legislation like vines around a tree. Bills that were supposed to protect consumers had been quietly stripped of protections. Environmental regulations were delayed to favor certain industries. Kennedy had voiced his concerns publicly, sparking outrage among citizens, but also drawing the ire of the lobbyists. It started subtly: thinly veiled threats, cryptic letters, and veiled warnings about career consequences. But when Kennedy refused to back down, they escalated, filing a lawsuit that made headlines nationwide. The lobbyists hoped fear and money could crush him. They underestimated him. On the day of the hearing, Kennedy chose not to cower behind his lawyers. Instead, he requested the courtroom be open to the public, and he took the podium himself. His presence commanded attention, not just from the media, but from the everyday citizens who had long felt powerless in the face of political manipulation. He began with a story, the story of a small town whose water supply had been contaminated due to regulatory loopholes lobbied for by the very interests now suing him. He spoke of children getting sick, of parents feeling helpless, of citizens writing letters that disappeared into bureaucratic voids. Kennedy's voice, calm yet impassioned, painted a picture that no spreadsheet or legal brief could capture. Then, turning to the lobbyists' legal team, he paused. "You filed a lawsuit because I told the truth," he said slowly, each word deliberate. "You thought your money could silence accountability. But what you failed to realize is that the truth belongs to the people. And the people, they are watching." The courtroom shifted. Journalists scribbled furiously. Cameras caught every flicker of discomfort on the faces of the lobbyists. Kennedy wasn't just defending himself, he was exposing a system designed to protect the powerful at the expense of the vulnerable. Over the next